Hey guys, today we're going to continue with volume, but today we're going to work with cones and spheres. A sphere is basically just like a three-dimensional circle, so maybe like a baseball or a large basketball. And then a cone is like the shape of a birthday hat. Alright, so when I'm thinking about volume, again, volume is the cubic units that can fit inside a shape. So it's the area inside something. If I want to find the volume of a sphere, I have a new formula that I'm going to use, and that's V equals, which is volume equals, 4/3 pi, and pi of course is 3.14, radius cubed. And then I have another formula for finding the area of a cone, which is V equals 1/3 pi r squared times height. Or, alternatively, if you like, V equals 1/3 base times height. Now, there's nothing tricky about this lesson. All we're doing is plugging in numbers for our letters, for radius and height. What's going to be the kicker is whether or not you can remember these formulas. So let's go ahead and move right into an example. Alright guys, let's look at this sphere. I see that the sphere has a radius of 6.5 meters. And if I want to find the volume, I'm just going to use my formula. V equals 4/3 pi r cubed. And in this case, the radius is 6.5. So let's just plug it in. Let's also plug in 3.14 for pi since we already know what that number is. So volume equals 4/3 times 3.14 times 6.5 cubed. Now, my next step is just to multiply this out, but I'm going to go ahead and simplify that exponent to make all the numbers look the same. So if I do that, V equals 4/3, haven't used that, so I'm going to bring it down, times 3.14, and then 6.5 multiplied by itself 3 times is going to give me 274.625. Now, I'm just going to multiply this straight across. Volume equals, if I do 4/3 times 3.14, that's going to give me 4.18. And then if I multiply that by my other number, 274.625, I'm going to come out with a volume of approximately 1,147.9 meters cubed. And that's going to be it. All I did there, I plugged in numbers into my formula, I solved, and that's it. Let's do one with a cone. Alright guys, let's look at this cone and let's find the volume of it. What I notice about this cone immediately is that it has a height of 14 inches and a radius of 8 inches. And if I recall from my earlier slide, my formula for finding the volume of a cone is volume equals 1/3 pi times r squared, which is radius, times height. So I have a radius of 8 and a height of 14. Let's just plug those in. V equals 1/3 times pi, which is 3.14, times r squared, we had a radius of 8, times a height of 14. Now, all I have to do is simplify out these numbers by multiplying. But let's go ahead and take care of 8 squared first and rewrite that out. So volume equals 1/3 times 3.14, and then 8 times 8 is going to give me 64 times 14. And again, whenever I say these things squished together in math, that always means multiply. So let's go ahead and multiply. 1/3 times 3.14 is going to give me 1.04. I'm going to bring down the 64 because I haven't multiplied that yet, and the 14. I'm going to multiply 1.04 times 64. That's going to give me 66.98 times 14. If I multiply that number by 14, I get a volume of 937.8 inches cubed. And remember, volume is always cubed because the shapes are three-dimensional. Alright guys, that's it. That's all I did. I took the numbers from my shape, I plugged them into my formula, I came out with an answer. That's all you're doing. Let's practice.